I should be able to walk. I think it left up my body, but I still feel nausea. I definitely need to get pills for it. And I did film the video of me getting picked up by a Lyft driver named Anthony, and he told me about how I was like an extreme level of high. I don't know what happened to the video. It was on my phone, but it got deleted. Otherwise, I would share it. He was really sweet, by the way. He didn't mind me filming in his car either. It's so weird. Like, I must have forgot what happened, but I remember hearing what actually has happened, like being in a coma. Basically what has happened, and not to mention the nurses at the hospital were really rude, and I think one of the female nurses basically yelled at me, I guessing, because I was dozing off. That's a way for Tone to pick up the phone, and she wasn't being nice about it. She was saying, or asking, are you just sleeping, or are you waiting for a call? Because I know you're not supposed to stay in the lobby. I'm guessing because what the nurses think that if they will let people stay in the lobby, that means other people had to sleep in the lobby. I think that's the bad thing about hospitals. Like, they're supposed to take care of you and basically making sure that you don't get any like injuries recovered or any rest needed. Just like how when I passed out of heat exhaustion one time, and you know I had to basically walk home because I couldn't get like a lift at the time. So I had to basically walk like home from the hospital. I don't know how I was managed to get back home. That's what I like about hospitals, because they really take care of you, especially for an adult. You basically would just have to go out on your own. So if my brother wasn't at, if he was at work, right, and this incident happened, I would have to walk like while I'm feeling still high, getting my butt killed if I would gotten run over, just because I still had these side effects of feeling like really high when I didn't took anything, right? Like that would have been liable for the damages that they did. So let's explain what happened. I was at Casey's, right, or her friends where she stays, and I'm guessing one of her friends. I don't know how the heck this happened. I was eating peanut butter crackers, and I was playing on my Nintendo Switch, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to be exact. And I think the time, because I was supposed to leave back to the house just to get another video uploaded. Yeah, it was Paradise PD that was being processed while I was gone. And I think if I remember checking the time, it was like 11 or so. I don't remember exactly. And then I felt like really lightheaded. And I didn't take anything. I guess it has to do with the smoke of the marijuana that really must have affected my body. Like, my mom said that I'm guessing I'm allergic to marijuana. Like, I had like a weird like effect. It's like if you're basically allergic to milk, or if you're allergic to, let's just say, bread. Well, any type of like allergic reaction someone may be. I guess for me, it'd be marijuana for sure, because it felt like I was dying. If I can actually do this in deep detail, it felt like my body is leaving, like my soul's leaving on my body. I hope to Buddha this is not what hell feels like. I'm sure it's just the marijuana that makes me think that way. It felt like I was in hell, but I'm alive, and I was feeling constant pain, non-stop. I feel like for that Futurama episode, when that man had bonitis, kinda, it, like, for me, it kind of felt that way, because I was like lying on the floor. I better check it that it was like 12:58, and then I woke up, that was like 1:58, and it felt like I was sleeping for an hour. I mean, for 10 minutes or less, when it felt like it was an hour. And then I went to my brother's room, and then, I acted like I was possessed, like for The Exorcist. And basically, he had to call 911. It felt like it took forever for him to call 911, because he was like repeating himself. And I'm guessing that's the side effects of someone that would get secondhand high, I think. And this is really dangerous, because, like, I thought I was gonna die at first. And it did feel like I was in hell. Like, even though there would be a lot of paramedics that came, like, I don't know what their faces are, but I know there's a lot of them. And then they actually had to put me in that whatever bed just to get to ER. I kind of wish that they helped me up and picked me up, especially since I'm small and I'm really light. I mean, that's why I'm jealous of, like if you're like a kid, they would probably be easier with you, but if you're an adult, then they will just like basically be more rough with you when they're not supposed to because you are a patient that basically is sick, he needs medication or needs rest, and you have to be treated like one. So they rushed me down to the hospital, and of course I remember hearing the sirens running, and then you know, got into the ER. I don't remember seeing like me entering it. I know it was cold. It was really cold. My body was cold, but it didn't feel like it. And then they basically just told me to sit on a chair. I don't know why they had to put me into one. That's like really uncomfortable when they should give me a bed. I guess because they thinking that I was doing fine because I had like no high fever or anything. I just had like some type of like weird like reaction in my brain that caused me to act like really crazy when I didn't meant to act that way because of the secondhand smoke. And I basically were just slowly having to walk into the lobby, and um, well, this basically having to have Tonio, my brother, call Lyft for me, and then I basically got out and I was still cold, and then he got there and I wanted to film in his car, and he didn't mind, and I must have lost a clip. So basically, I'm allergic of getting high, so to speak, which means I never got high. I don't smoke. I'm not the type of person that smokes, and my brain must have got like some type of like crazy reaction. I don't know what the heck it is. It is amazing me that they didn't want to take any tests of this. Like I had like a crazy reaction in my brain, and I felt like I was dying. Like you are in your body, but you're not. You're like basically in purgatory, kinda. And that's how it felt like when I was high. Like I literally was dead. So if I can explain this, it felt like I was in hell. Like if you were in hell, you would be in constant pain without knowing it. You're still in your body, like you're possessed, and just like saying some random things and seeing like hallucinations. I think that's also part of being high, like seeing hallucinations, and I was laughing, and I remember that I wasn't, acting normally. Like I know like my body is in pain. And thinking I'm still in the nausea, I had nausea, I guess. I made my nausea state, and that's what caused me to be having secondhand smoke. I'm just surprised that the nurses weren't that polite of me when this happened. So uh, I just don't know why they can't do a better job of taking care of me. It sucks that I didn't got like any footage inside the hospital. Let's just share this. They weren't that friendly whatsoever. So if I were to get that place a rating, probably like a 1. I hate saying that because of them just like yelling at me. That's for running in the lobby. I didn't know I was asleep for a few hours because I had to sleep in the chair until they called me. And this basically told me I should just get going when I was still like in a bad state to leave and then getting a lift. But yeah, I still remember all that happened. I just don't remember like the videos being deleted off my phone. That's the downside.